Rodney's down! Officer down! Officer down! Rodney's down! Rodney's down!
Get out!
Pepper ball, pepper ball, pepper ball. Gotta go.
We have 15 shot fired.
Break glass, break glass, break glass. Get out the car! Get out! Get out! Tires are flat!
These are the moments when America's dangerous criminals meet U.S. police. Let's dive in. On May 13th, 2017, a Douglas County deputy spots what appears to be a stranded motorist in a white GMC SUV near County Line Road and Santa Fe Drive, because apparently a broken-down vehicle is the perfect cover for an ambush. As the deputy approaches to help, the occupant, 26-year-old Dayon Marcus Rivas Maestas, steps out with a military-style semi-automatic rifle and confronts the officer, because apparently a free tow isn't his goal, a gunfight is. The deputy gives verbal commands to drop the weapon, which are completely ignored, leaving the officer fearing for his life.
Keep 15 shots fired! Keep 15 shots fired! Keep 15 shots fired! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Don't move! King 15. King 15. I'm okay. Start medical for a subject with a bleeding arm. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The deputy fires, striking Rivas Maestas in the arm and ending the threat. Because a trained officer doesn't wait to be shot first, Rivas Maestas remains hospitalized and faces assault charges once released, while the Littleton Police Department and the 18th Judicial District's Critical Incident Response Team investigate. The deputy is placed on administrative leave during the review. Because shooting an armed suspect isn't a career highlight, it's a necessary action with paperwork, a review board, and a very clear lesson. Pretending to be a stranded motorist with a rifle doesn't make you a tactician. On July 10, 2018, Tulsa police body cameras captured John Terry Chapman Jr. in a Quick Trip parking lot, but what began as a routine stop detonated into a gunfight when Chapman opened fire on officers. The 34-year-old felon, clutching a .32 caliber revolver, exchanged shots with police, transforming a convenience store parking lot into an impromptu battlefield. Officers returned fire, striking Chapman and neutralizing the threat, though the danger he represented was already well established.
Out here, you go in handcuffs, you can give her a kiss. We can do this the hard way, or we can do it that way.
Okay.
That's it.
Ma'am, I need you to step away. Ma'am,
Right now.
step out.
Right now. Right now, Junior.
Just shoot me.
No.
Just shoot me.
No.
Just
Get
shoot
out.
me. No, just
Get out.
shoot me.
Get out.
Pepper ball, pepper ball, pepper ball. Gotta go.
We have 15 shot fired.
Get back! Get back!
William 52, shot fired, 1062. Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Get on your back, bro!
I got you, Sarge! I hear you, Sarge! He's over here, he's to the left.
I need somebody to tell me where he's at, where you're at!
I don't see him, Sarge! He looks down. Hey, I'm gonna move around, Sarge! We don't see him! Sarge, is it your
Subject is
hit?
down. Subject's been hit.
I think so!
He's down.
Chapman survived his wounds but now confronts a federal grand jury indictment that reads like a career criminal's highlight reel: felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition, obstruction of justice by attempting to kill a witness, and carrying, using, and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. His prior felony convictions rendered the revolver in his hand illegal from the outset, yet he still chose to add attempted murder of a police officer to his resume. The takeaway? A .32 caliber revolver doesn't elevate you to a threat. It brands you as a felon with a federal case, a bullet wound, and an extended sentence waiting once the hospital releases you to the U.S. Marshals. On August 3, 2017, 2 Metro officers respond to a stolen cell phone call near Tropicana and Arville. But a routine theft report spirals into a firefight when 25-year-old Miguel Salas refuses to exit his truck. Officer Richard Nelson's body camera captures the confrontation. Officers plead with Salas to step out, but he digs in, and when Nelson's partner circles to the driver's window, Nelson holds Salas's left hand through the opening, a position that turns deadly when Salas reaches for a gun near his leg. Salas fires 9 rounds at the officers, striking Nelson and forcing both officers to retreat and dive for cover as bullets fly.
Come on, dude, like, why are you gonna do that?
Just relax, dude.
Dude, why are you gonna do
Relax,
gonna do that?
just relax. Just come outside.
Come on, man. Like, step to the front of the car. I'm not doing anything
Okay.
bad.
310.2. Can we get in that unit? Subject to. Shots fired have been hit. Shots fired have been hit.
Shots fired. Patrol 3 Sam 22, shots fired.
Acknowledged. All units over the channel 3 Sam 22 at 4185 West Pumpkin. Expert medical weapon hit. Acknowledged. Expediting. Ranger cross.
Tompkins, Arville. East of.
Nelson returns fire with 10 rounds, 1 striking Salas in the head and ending the onslaught, while Nelson's partner is also hit, but his utility belt stops the bullet, a small miracle that prevents a second tragedy. The Clark County coroner confirms it was police gunfire that killed Salas, and Nelson is now home on paid administrative leave, recovering with his family. Assistant Sheriff Tom Roberts acknowledges the department's grueling month, 15 officer-involved shootings so far this year, 7 of them deadly. On February 4th, 2021, Officer Darian Jarrett initiated a routine traffic stop on a white Chevrolet pickup along Interstate 10 near Deming, a stop that would become his last. When he asked 39-year-old Omar Felix Cueva to exit the vehicle, Cueva stepped out holding an AR-15 style rifle and opened fire as Jarrett walked toward the rear of the pickup. Jarrett ducked and fell to his back, but Cueva circled around the vehicle and continued firing, striking the officer multiple times. In a final, cowardly act, Cueva approached the fallen officer and shot him point blank in the back of the head.
Alright, let's go to my vehicle, okay? Come on.
Oh, shit!
Control 51, status check on traffic.
A Homeland Security Investigations agent arrived and broadcast the emergency, triggering a massive multi-agency pursuit involving New Mexico State Police, Las Cruces Police, the Dona Ana County Sheriff's Office, and U.S. Border Patrol. Officers deployed tire deflation devices near the Picacho exit, but Cueva kept fleeing, trading gunfire with law enforcement at multiple mile markers before LCPD officer Adrian de la Garza executed a PIT maneuver near mile marker 140. Cueva exited his pickup still firing, and officers returned fire, striking him fatally, but not before de la Garza was shot and airlifted to a Texas trauma hospital, surviving with non-life-threatening injuries. Cueva was pronounced dead at the scene. On April 1st, 2021, Deputy Sean McGuigan watches a gold Chevy Suburban blow through a stop sign at I-75 and County Road 234 in Macanopy, striking a curb and veering into oncoming traffic. A reckless entrance that spirals into a full-blown pursuit when McGuigan activates his lights and siren. The suspect, 33-year-old Matthew Martin Richardson, hurls an alcoholic beverage from his window, reaches speeds of 100 miles per hour through a construction zone, and punctuates his escape with a middle finger aimed at the deputy, because apparently a traffic violation wasn't insult enough.
Heading toward Marion County, he's flipping me off. Yeah, we notified Marion. 1031, let's take over here. We're sure we're blocked now, we're coming up to 326.
Deputy Jasper Stevenson executes a successful PIT maneuver on Cholaka Boulevard, and as Richardson tries once more to escape, FHP and Deputies Jones and Stevenson pin the Suburban in, apprehending him without further incident, ending a 10-minute pursuit that began at 10:12 a.m. and concluded at 10:22 a.m. The investigation reveals Richardson was already a suspect in an identical chase in Marion County earlier that day, is on probation in Citrus County for DUI and fleeing, and holds a revoked license. He now faces fleeing and eluding, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, driving while license suspended, reckless driving, and a violation of probation charge from Citrus County. On August 9, 2023, Foothill officers respond to multiple calls about a reckless DWP vehicle in the 10,600 block of Laurel Canyon Boulevard, a hit and run that morphs into an assault with a deadly weapon investigation when they determine the driver intentionally targeted others. The suspect, 28-year-old Manuel Ramirez, flees onto the 5 freeway, colliding with 2 innocent vehicles before exiting at Colorado Boulevard and barricading himself in a business parking lot. Ramirez ramps up his rampage by crashing through a secured metal gate, then deliberately accelerates toward officers.
Facing your way. Officers coming up that ramp. Facing your way. Coming down the ramp towards the officer. Let's continue to move the vehicle. Let's keep reversing. Attempting to turn the vehicle.
Get that dude out!
Fucking ground! Shots fired! Usher needs help! Shots fired! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Give me eye cover! Run this side. One shooter, one less.
Okay, Santiago, get off on the L-ramp.
As officers tactically approach, Ramirez refuses to surrender, triggering an officer-involved shooting when he accelerates toward them a second time, but he eventually stops and barricades himself inside the vehicle, forcing a SWAT team to respond and take him into custody without further incident. Ramirez is struck by gunfire, transported to a local hospital, treated and released, then booked for Penal Code 245-C, assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, with bail set at $152,000. 3 officers are injured, 2 treated at the scene, 1 hospitalized and released, and investigators confirmed the DWP truck was an unreported stolen vehicle. On June 19, 2023, 2 undercover LMPD officers with the fugitive unit are conducting surveillance in a parked vehicle, attempting to apprehend a suspect in an unrelated investigation, but their stakeout takes a deadly turn when 21-year-old Mark Jaggers Jr. approaches the driver's side wearing a mask and opens the door to point a gun at Officer Hayden. In a split-second reaction, Hayden fires multiple rounds from his service weapon, striking Jaggers and dropping him to the ground, the gun falling from his hand.
Police! Give me your hand! Give me your hand! Shots fired! Shots fired! Fuck. What is your deal, bro? Send somebody back here. I just try to get robbed.
I wouldn't go rob you.
What's your name?
Mark.
What?
Mark.
Send cars to me. Somebody's trying to rob me. Call 911.
Where? That's my baby daddy! Did you just shoot my baby daddy?
He's trying to rob me. Get me back here. I got somebody showing up. Stay back. There's a gun. Stay back.
Baby daddy, my son's in the car!
Okay.
Did you just shoot my baby daddy? Did you shoot my
Get on the
baby
main channel.
daddy?
Stop. Get back
No,
now.
this is
Get back now.
I have no weapon.
Okay,
Did
get
you
back.
shoot me? Where's he shot? Where's he shot?
Right here, Prill. Right here.
Marcus! Did you call an ambulance?
They're getting it out.
Did you call an ambulance? Mark, is he dead? Did you call an ambulance?
That's Mom.
Man, my son's in the back of the car. That's my baby daddy. I know it has nothing.
Ma'am, staying over here.
Jaggers' father insists his son thought the car was abandoned after sitting for hours. Illegal, yes, but not a capital offense. Officer Hayden, a 10-year veteran, escaped physically unharmed while the actual fugitive detectives sought. 23-year-old Rex Wright Jr., wanted for a non-fatal shooting, surrendered after the chaos. The tragedy highlights the fragility of undercover work, a mistaken assumption, a masked man with a gun, and a veteran officer's split-second trigger, leaving a father grieving, a son dead, and a city wrestling with the question of whether a car theft should ever cost a life. On November 10, 2015, police dashcam captures the moment officers stop an SUV containing 2 suspected shoplifters, but the routine stop escalates into chaos when 25-year-old LaQuandra Borden re-enters her vehicle after questioning and floors it with 2 officers clinging to the car. She crashes into a patrol car, backs up and speeds away, while another officer desperately tries to pull her out from the passenger side, because apparently a shoplifting charge wasn't dramatic enough for her afternoon. Several officers give chase in their patrol vehicles as Borden demonstrates a reckless disregard for human life.
Ma'am, turn off the car! Get out of the car! Back up, back up! Back up! Back up, put in park! Put in park! Put in park! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! You got a gun? Where's that from?
One officer discharges his weapon, striking Borden in the arm and finally ending her escape attempt, but not before she had already endangered multiple officers and civilians with her reckless driving. Borden is charged with a string of offenses, including shoplifting and hit and run, because fleeing from police with officers hanging off your car doesn't make you a getaway driver. It makes you a felon with a bullet wound, a lengthy rap sheet, and a date with a judge who won't be impressed by your driving skills. On March 16, 2021, LAPD Southwest officers respond to an assault call in the 1000 block of West 21st Street, learning that 36-year-old Jorge Cerda is armed, under the influence of narcotics, and has already discharged a weapon. Cerda barricades himself inside a home, forcing SWAT personnel to establish containment, evacuate nearby residents, and initiate crisis negotiations. When the crisis negotiation team declares an impasse, Gas is deployed into the residence, a tactical move that triggers a violent response as Serta opens fire, striking SWAT officer Rodney Williams twice with gunfire.
Your hands up! You want me to take your place? I'm gonna do it from here. Yeah, go ahead. We gotta see it. Rodney's down! Officer down! Officer down! Rodney's down! Rodney's down! Frequency, they make contact on site 2. Yeah, no shots. Yeah, we got shots fired out here.
Serta emerges from the home armed with a shotgun, prompting an officer-involved shooting that ends with Serta struck by return fire. The Los Angeles Fire Department later pronounces him dead at the scene. Officer Williams is rushed to a local hospital, listed in stable condition after suffering a shot to the face and a round to the chest, the latter stopped by his ballistic vest, a life-saving barrier that prevented a second tragedy. A shotgun and pistol are recovered and booked as evidence, with no other officers or bystanders injured. On July 15, 2022, Byron police receive a lookout for a reckless SUV on GAY 42. A caller reports the vehicle swerving into oncoming traffic, nearly causing collisions. Witnesses blocked the vehicle in at the intersection of Highway 42 and Highway 49, and officers arrived to find the driver uncooperative and refusing to respond to commands. Officers slipped stop sticks under her tires as a precaution, but when the driver, later identified as 24-year-old Sierra Hibbert, backs into a stopped car and then lunges forward, striking a Byron police officer in a patrol car, the situation spirals into a dangerous game of cat and mouse.
She's not gonna make it far. Go. I got in the car. Give me some help over here. I got you. Sir. Ma'am. We got it.
I know I'm buckled, sir. I know I'm buckled, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it, sir.
You just tried to kill 10 people.
No, I didn't, sir.
Alex, switch back to me.
Sir, stop. Sir, I didn't do it. Stop. You have... No. Why have you done... Stop.
Hibbert backs up again, then charges forward, striking 2 civilian witnesses and another police car before fleeing north on Highway 49 with one tire deflated, because apparently hitting multiple officers and bystanders was her escape strategy. Officers attempt to block her path, but Hibbert backs into a third patrol car and then drives forward, slamming into yet another police vehicle for the second time, causing serious damage. She continues a short distance before officers finally box her in and take her into custody. All while her small child sits unharmed in the vehicle, a miracle amidst the chaos. Hibbert now faces criminal charges handled by the Peach County Sheriff's Office.